Hey, welcome back to my channel. I am continuing on with my Shutterstock tips videos. If you haven't watched the other ones, I will link the first one up here. I have 3 different videos right now for Shutterstock, and yeah, especially if you're a beginner, I suggest you go ahead and watch all the videos. Today's video is going to be 5 quick things to do and tips to improve your Shutterstock results and get more sales, hopefully. I can't guarantee, of course, that you'll get more sales. It really depends on the quality of your photos, their commercial value, and the subjects that you are posting. But these tips will hopefully help you to stand out a little bit more amongst the competition. So let me go ahead and get started. Tip number 1 is to be as specific as possible when you're writing your description. You definitely shouldn't write a short description on your videos when you are submitting them. Go and write as much as you can about what the photo is, especially the location that the photo was taken. If the location is relevant, if it's a place, make sure you are very specific. Don't just say the city and state or country, but the exact name of the beach, museum, park, what have you, because then when people are searching, they will know for sure where it is. They'll be able to find it better if they're searching for that specific place. I look for photos for things sometimes on Shutterstock as part of another job that I do, and sometimes I find it where there's not any kind of very specific information there. It'll just say a photo of a beach, and I'm like, but is it the beach I need a photo of? And it's just kind of frustrating sometimes. So always make sure you put exactly the name of the place in the description and in the keywords. Tip number 2 is to use the catalog manager to create collections for your photos. You can do this by going into your main dashboard and going up to catalog manager, and then you can organize your photos based on subject or location. This is really helpful because if someone looks at one of your photos in that collection, if they scroll down a little, they'll be able to see more photos from that collection, which might lead to more sales for you, and it just keeps everything really organized, and buyers can hopefully find more photos and you can get more sales. Tip number 3, and this is a huge tip that I really stand behind, and that is to fill a gap in the market. So for instance, if there's something that doesn't have a lot of coverage on Shutterstock, and I can't really name examples specifically, I suppose, but if there is something that you shoot a lot of, look on Shutterstock and kind of see if there's a gap or if there's some other kind of way you can present the photos to make them sell and, you know, stand out. All right, number 4 is to really focus on only 1 or 2 niches when you are doing your photography. For me, I do a lot of travel and a lot of chicken and egg related photos because I have pet chickens, and it's something that I photograph a lot, and I also travel a lot, so I'm always taking travel stock photography. So if you have a specialty, something you really focus on and fill your portfolio with those kind of photos, you're gonna stand out in that specific niche. So for instance, I sell a lot of those chicken photos because when people look up backyard chickens or chicken keeping, a lot of my photos come up. It's not just like one photo among 100. I have multiple results on the first page and people will see my photos more. So if you are focusing on a specific niche, you can get more sales. Of course, I also post a ton of other different photos, and you can as well. But if you focus specifically on 1 or 2 different subjects, you might have a little bit more of an edge against other people. 5, the last tip. This is going to be if you're kind of in a rut and you're not sure what to shoot, you can always shoot where you are and what you have. You don't have to go crazy and, you know, go out of your way to take stock photos. For instance, if you live in or near a major city, you can always go into that city and take photos of all of the tourist attractions, you know, the museums, parks, popular restaurants, what have you. And this kind of goes back to filling that gap in the market, because that city might not be super photographed on Shutterstock, or it might just be really generic photos or just one or two of the major attractions. But if you're taking photos of all of the popular things to do, then your photos are more likely to sell. Again, this goes back to like my articles. I write articles for travel websites and I have to find photos on Shutterstock to go with that. And sometimes I can't find a photo for a certain place and it's really frustrating. Or maybe there's only one or two photos of that place, then that photographer is always going to sell when that place is searched on Shutterstock. So if there's somewhere in your town or city that lacks photos on Shutterstock, make sure you take photos of it and you'll be the #1 result and you'll be making sales. If you don't live near a major city or anything and can't really utilize that, just photograph what you have. So like I said, I have a lot of chickens. I can take photos of that, those eggs and all that kind of stuff, and they sell. If you maybe collect antique cameras, take photos of those, and again, be specific about what the camera is in the description, and hopefully you'll be making more sales. And yeah, those are my 5 quick tips on making better sales on Shutterstock. Go ahead and leave your own tips in the comments. If you have any questions about Shutterstock, leave them there as well and I will try to answer. I might be making a future video about like a Q&A on Shutterstock if you have any questions you want to be included in that. I don't know for sure if I'm going to make that video or not. It just kind of depends on what kind of response I have. But if I have a lot of questions, I might go ahead and make a video for that. All right, so that is the end. Make sure you like and subscribe. I usually just have like travel videos, travel vlogs, tip videos, that kind of thing. It's not always Shutterstock related or photography related, but it all kind of goes hand in hand, travel and stock to me. So anyway, thanks for watching. Have an awesome day. Bye.